Hi everybody, welcome back to Bobby's Bees, and today we're going to talk about bottom boards and how to build them. Well, our rooster jumped the fence. Looks like we got to clip his wings. Okay, so we have all our pieces cut that we're going to use to go right along the trim side. Now we have two options. We can either take the board and measure it from all the way down, the entire 22 inches, or we can take a board in the back and do the entire 16¼ inches, and then just take away that 3/4. So it's really, you can do either or. So what we'll do is we'll just run one all along the back. These are 22 inches by 16¼ So we just need, let's do the back piece first. Alright, we actually had one pre-cut. Alright. You always want the part that's nice and rough. Make that the B side. Ooh-wee, there's a lot of glue. Now, whatever doesn't get completely filled in, they'll fill in with propolis. Okay, so we gotta cut the side pieces now. Now we can either measure it out with the tape, or we can just kind of cheat here and mark it right here with the pen. Turn it over, and that's our mark right there. That's our mark. So, try to do a little less glue this time. And this glue really makes it permanent. You know, I mean, you really don't have to worry. Once you glue it and nail it, that baby's on there. Okay, so the nail might pop through a little bit. You can just fix that with the grinder. This grinder is amazing. It was only $40 for the tool. Got a baby. I love this tool. It's one of my favorite tools, and there's a link in the description. Okay, that's our bottom boards, and if you want a quick entrance, you can just do this. Look at that. And then you can cut your board shorter based on how big you want your entrance to be. Or you can put a screened entrance. So I hope that helps somebody out there. Now we're going to get into what are we up to in the month of September. What are we doing with all our beehives? Here we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to Bobby's Bees, and today we are going to get into our hives and start to get ready for fall. And we're going to start feeding sugar syrup in the next couple days, and we're going to pull some honey today because we're going to get the hives back down to 2 deep boxes, and we're going to have to make room. Some of those hives are going to be so packed out with brood and honey that we're going to have to pull some honey. So it's a good thing, it's a win-win. they're going to be able to pack out their hives with the sugar syrup and the goldenrod and the last flow for the year. We don't really worry about the inner cover as of now. Once it gets a little bit colder, the humidity starts to rise in the hive, and that's when bees are experts at ventilation, but those ventilation holes in the inner cover really help the bees do their job a lot easier. But today all we got to do is just go through the hive. We're going to try to get it down to 2 boxes. We're going to introduce the inner cover with the solid board. We're going to take away the screened bottom board, and that'll make it so it's easier for us to do our treatments here in the next couple weeks. So if you guys don't treat your hives, if you're doing treatment free, you know, hats off to you. That's a really tough battle. You really have to work hard with your swarms and repopulating with your swarms. And if you can find bees with genetics that can fight off varroa mites and beetles, that's awesome. You know, I mean, we started out doing that, and it was a really uphill battle with our numbers. We couldn't keep our numbers up because it was a matter of how hard you wanted to work tracking down swarms. And sometimes those splits just don't work because the hives, the beetles, or the varroa mites just decimate the colony. But so we're going to get into the bees today. Here we go. I'm going to try to get rid of this hive, or this box, because I don't like it. It's best for swarm traps. It was the first box I ever built, and I used Luan, and I just don't like it. You got to put a certain top on it. You really sealed it with propolis. Okay. Okay, so this looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those frames in here. Okay, so this looks good, but I'm going to trade these frames out. So, man, they propylized it and everything. It's a shame. Okay, a little bit of smoke. Keeps them calm. Okay. That one. This one. Now I'm grabbing it from the hive on top, and I'm putting it in the exact same way as I find it. Trying to move fast, but careful at the same time. So I went fishing this morning. That's done. Now it's time to get in the bee yard and try to get these hives smaller. So it just helps when they cluster and overwinter. Plus it helps with your treatments. You don't have to use as much chemical. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna use the GoPro so you get a little different view. Here we go. So we have a couple inner covers that we're going to introduce to somebody, some colony. Some of this out, get this started. Okay, so this is a perfect example of, like, they're not even using this yet. We'll just get the bees out of here.